What is the best summary of paragraphs 1 through 3? So, um, this is nonfiction, and we teach y'all TDC for a nonfiction summary. But the thing is that when you're doing just part of a passage, you can't always do TDC. A lot of times there's not really a good conclusion for it. So when you're doing just parts of a story, you need to just find the most important stuff. So I'm going to go back and real quick reread 1 through 3. I'll read it to you. A 6-year-old boy named Dylan Siegel wanted to help his friend Jonah, who has a rare liver disease. Jonah's disease is so uncommon that only 1 in every million people have it. Scientists are doing research to find a cure. Dylan told his parents. They suggested having a bake sale. He wrote a book. Chocolate bar means so cool. Soon the book was printed. Dylan and his family, they worked hard. Oh yes, they had the book sale. They sold lots of books and chocolate, made $5,000. So I guess some important things in there was that he wrote a book to help his friend. Book to help his friend, and he raised $5,000. To me, that encompasses all 3 of those paragraphs. So let's see A, B, C, or D, which matches the best. A. Dylan Siegel's friend Jonah has a liver disease. Dylan wrote a book called Chocolate Bar to sell at school. A grocery store provided chocolate bars for Dylan to sell. What about the money? What about raising money to help raise $5,000 to help Jonah? Like, I feel like that needs to be in there, that a grocery store provided chocolate bars for Dylan to sell in addition to his book to help Jonah. So I feel like that A is not good. B. Dylan Siegel wanted to write a book titled Chocolate Bar about going to the beach and other things he enjoys. Okay, I don't like that part. After he wrote the book, he sold copies of it at school. He also sold chocolate bars from a grocery store. Okay, I don't like this. This is not about the beach and other things he enjoys. It's about the phrase, and it's about helping his friend. And then also they sold the copies of the book and the chocolate bars together. So they didn't talk about them selling it together, and that's weird. So I'm going to do that. C. Dylan Siegel wanted to raise money for his friend Jonah. Dylan's parents had ideas about some ways that he could raise money. He worked with people to sell a book he wrote. Guys, what about the event where they raised the money? That's not in here. D. I hope it's D. Dylan Siegel wanted to help his friend Jonah, who has a liver disease. Dylan wrote a book titled Chocolate Bar. Copies of the book and chocolate bars donated by a grocery store were sold to raise money for Jonah. There you go. This brings it together. Yeah. 21 is D. Woo woo.